is Joanna, and we will be your hosts for
today's virtual event.
So this virtual event is designed for us to get to know our new CLN members, allow them to introduce their companies to our growing community, and provide an opportunity for you to network virtually with freight forwarders from around the world. Since 2002, CLN has been one of the most established and dynamic freight forwarding networks in the world. CLN provides a reliable and secure platform for a global partnership network of more than 320 independent international forwarders, focusing on comprehensive cargo solutions.
Today's program will last about 40 minutes or so, but before we get started, here's the CLN director and co-founder, Nils Wally, to say hi to everyone. Are you here today with us, Nils? All right, I'm not sure if Nils is logged in just yet, but it's okay. We'll go ahead and proceed to our community open mic segment where we'll get a chance to meet some of the companies attending here today. So please turn on your cameras for this segment. We'll go through the gallery view to call out some names. And when we call your name, please unmute yourself. Give us a short introduction about yourself, where you're from, which company you represent, and how you're doing today. So I'll look around the room. Beautiful smile from Lucy Bothello. Hi, Lucy. If you can just unmute your microphone real quick.
Yeah, can you hear me, everyone?
Yes, can hear you just fine.
Hi, so I'm Lucy from Air Sea Forwarders India. I'm based in Mumbai. And this is a new branch. We have opened this since January of this year, and we're doing extremely well. So our focus is more on air cargo and special equipment. If you have any requirements for special equipment, you know from India, you can just connect with me. We've got 5 branches all over India, so you can ask me for any connect, and I'll put you in touch with my other branches as well. Take care.
All right, thank you so much, Lucy, for joining us today. All right, Joanna, who else can we call on?
All right, let's also call on Michael Porret.
I'm not considered a new one, but hello, everyone. Good evening from down under, from Melbourne, Australia.
How you doing, Michael?
I'm very well. We're keeping well and busy. I could complain, but not here.
All right. Why don't you tell everyone a little bit about your specialty for those who don't know you just yet?
Oh, thank you. Okay. So we're International Cargo Express. Michael Porret, I'm one of the part owners. I've been here 26 years. The company's 36 years old. Australia-wide, air freight, sea freight, customs, market leaders in custom services in Australia, and do a lot of big projects as well. And straightforward freight forwarding. The difference is us, the human beings, yeah?
That's right. We certainly are. And we'll see each other soon in Bangkok in a few months. See you, Michael. All right, let's move on to our next participant. How about Prinyada? Are you there, Prinyada? Yeah, can you unmute your microphone?
Hello. Do you hear me?
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, sure. We can go with
Prinyada is not here.
Oh,
She's trying to change.
Sorry. I think Prinyada same company, I'm guessing,
same company.
Right?
Yes. He's my brother. He's bros.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I guess either of you can speak for the company. Why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah. Okay. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I come from Global Thailand. Yeah, I'm a forwarder for inbound and outbound. We are working for the air freight and sea freight. Yeah, and we also have the custom clearance and transportation in-house also. Yeah.
All right, great. Thank you so much for sharing, Prinyada. Okay, Joanna, who else do we have?
Let's also call on Edna Laza.
Hi, everyone. Good morning from Dubai. I'm Edna Laza. I represent ILS International Logistics Services. We are based in Dubai, UAE. Our headquarters based in Hamburg, Germany, and we have branches in Karachi, Pakistan, and CIS countries. We are specialized in sea, air, land throughout Europe, USA and Canada, Central Asia, CIS countries, Middle East, Africa, and Afghanistan. If you have some shipment to Dubai, we are happy to serve you for DAP, DDP terms, customs clearance, and delivery. And happy to connect to everyone here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you,
Amazing.
Edna. All right,
John,
maybe we'll
should we call
do-
on one more?
Yeah, one more. We'll call on one more. How about we call on how about Renee Moer?
Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you just fine, Renee.
Okay, I just lost the picture. My name is Rene. I'm the owner of Air and Ocean Worldwide. We're based in Copenhagen, covering Denmark, Scandinavia, air and ocean, a lot of cross-border and trucking in Europe. So if you need any assistance in and out, we can cover Scandinavia for you and the trucking in Europe if needed. Our main business is like any forwarder, Far East, and a lot into Scandinavia, of course, into Europe, and cross-border into, actually a lot into Canada and the States, mainly air and LCL. We do FCL as well.
Okay, great. Great to know you. And all right, I think that's going to do it for our community open mic, Joanna. So
Yes,
let's go
that'll
ahead and
be
move
it
on.
for the community open mic. But before we proceed to our next segment, please switch into the side-by-side speaker screen. So now let's move on to the next part of our program, our sponsor introduction. And today we're excited to feature Racing Cargo Mexico, one of our diamond sponsors at our biggest CLN event in Bangkok. Unfortunately, due to the time difference, the Racing Cargo team couldn't join us live today. However, they've created a special video just for this virtual event. Mashi, let's go ahead and play that video.
Con más de 18 años de experiencia, nos destacamos por ser un habilitador del comercio internacional.
Presente en 10 oficinas de la República Mexicana y alcance global en Estados Unidos, Alemania, Brasil, Hong Kong.
Nuestra misión va más allá de transportar mercancías. Se centra en la construcción de relaciones sólidas, fundamentadas en la confianza, la eficiencia y la transparencia.
Al eliminar obstáculos en el camino, creamos un mundo más fácil de recorrer.
Trabajamos en equipo fomentando el bienestar de nuestros colaboradores.
A través de soluciones logísticas personalizadas de transporte, almacenamiento, carga, importación y exportación.
Con servicios terrestres al alcance.
Servicios marítimos precisos.
Y servicios aéreos siempre a la disposición.
Guiados por la tecnología e innovación, respaldados en un equipo de profesionales siempre disponibles 24/7.
Nos conectamos con mercados internacionales clave.
Garantizando la calidad de nuestros servicios a través de certificaciones, buscando la mejora continua y la sustentabilidad en el medio ambiente.
Facilitamos la comunicación y conexión con el mundo, ayudando a importadores y exportadores.
Simplificamos los procesos para garantizar las alianzas comerciales.
Adaptada a la cadena de suministros en todas las industrias, creando encuentros entre personas con intereses comunes.
Te invitamos a conocer cómo Racing Cargo simplifica la logística, acompañándote diariamente en los retos de tu cadena de suministro.
Make logistics simple. Simple is better.
Hello, my name is Arturo Flores. I'm the CEO for Racing Cargo.
Hello, I'm Eugenia Villarreal. I am the Business Development Leader.
Hello, my name is Lalo Aros, CEO of Racing Cargo. See you soon in Bangkok, Thailand.
At Racing Cargo, we're proud to celebrate 19 years of delivering reliable and efficient logistics solutions. We take pride in seeing how the Racing Cargo family continues to grow year after year. Our team is the key to our success, and this anniversary is a tribute to their hard work and dedication. 19 years of growth, 19 years of teamwork, and 19 years of accomplishments.
Con más de
All right, a big thank you to Racing Cargo team for that personal and fantastic video. Clearly, they're Star Wars fans, if you noticed all of the Star Wars paraphernalia in that office. Pretty cool. All right, so now for this next segment, we'll be featuring the second batch of this year's new CLN members that we have invited. The remaining new members will be featured in our next virtual event. We have prepared a set of business and personal questions for our new members so you can get to know them better. But let me start first with the business questions. So here they are. Introduce your company and services. Let us know your specializations and why your company is unique and how you can help other members. And also let us know what you're looking for in the network. So to start things off, I'll call on Andrei Tatu, Spain manager of Movit Transportes y Logistica from Spain.
Hi guys, nice to meet you. Sorry for not sharing my video, but my internet connection has some failures, so I think it's better without the video. So let me briefly introduce me. My name is Andrei. I'm the newest guy in this company because our other headquarters are located in Portugal, and now we opened a new office in Madrid to cover the whole peninsula, the Iberian Peninsula, and we can also have pickups on the rest of Europe. So if you have any pickup from France, Holland, Germany, we can also give you our support. Our main job is the air shipments, but we can also help you with sea, of course. So if you have any request from Spain or Europe, do not hesitate to contact us.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Andrei. All right,
Thanks.
let's move on to the next one, Joanna.
All right, so now let's hear it from Rommel Briceno, Commercial Director of Florida Trade Consolidators from the United States. You can also introduce
Good
your
morning. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, my name is Rommel Briceno. I'm from Nicaragua, and we're local in Miami, Florida. Florida Trade Consolidators has 29 years, just in August 24th. Our specialty is heavy cargo, but we move LCL shipment, we move air shipment, we move consolidation to Central America, South America, and Caribbean. Sometimes we have some shipment to Africa and the Middle East. The owner of Florida Trade, Samir Azar, he's traveling right now. That's why I'm joining this meeting, and I'm so happy to know the different members, the red agent that we have. What we're looking for and their potential is to find agents worldwide that has the same vision of Florida Trade. Florida Trade is giving business and giving service to our customer for more than 29 years. And we specialize in, as I said, to move heavy cargo, heavy equipment. What is the option that we give to the customer when the customer doesn't have any option to move cargo as a Brable? We have our own yard in USA where we do dismantle of the machine and put inside the containers. So we can do the Brable, but we can dismantling the units and put in the container like a boat, heavy machinery, trucks, all the heavy equipment. We have our own trucks, 1,600 truck in the U.S. to move cargo and bring the cargo from Cali South, from the East Coast or the West Coast, and do the consolidation in our warehouse.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. And lastly, we'd like to welcome Brian Teo from Freight Mark Logistics, Singapore. But before we pass the spotlight to Brian, we have a short video from Philip Ng, Director of Freight Mark Logistics, to give us a quick introduction.
Hi, greeting to everyone. This is Philip, the MD for Freight Mark Logistics here in Singapore. We are glad and excited to be part of the CLM family. Just a bit of background about myself. I started in this industry for the past 30 years. As a thing that how I get into the industry, I was training to be a pilot in the Air Force, and then didn't really make it. So just look at the advertisement, and there was this air representative or sales representative in Airborne Express. So I thought, hey, something related to the air, right? So I say, let's go for it. So I went for the interview, got the job. So I started from there, spent 15 years with various American company, Airborne Express, Eagle Global Logistics, Ryder Logistics, where I was exposed to various products, express product, ocean product, logistics, full logistics operations. So then I was running the FedEx Trade Network as well as the MD for South Pacific. Then back in 2016, decided to say, hey, to get into a joint venture. That's how we started Freemart Logistics here in Singapore. Right now, as a company, we have over 25 people, and we're operating from a free trade zone warehouse of 15,000 square feet. We are IATA certified, STP certified, RACA, as well as having allotment over 20 airlines here in Singapore. So within this warehouse, we do some logistics program as well, white glove services, and we also handle some import and export of record services. One of the key advantages, the first is that we have this 15,000 square feet free trade zone warehouse where we have done a lot of sea-air transshipments as well as air-to-air transshipments. And over the last couple of years, we've done very well as a neutral service provider, providing exceptional services to our partners overseas. And the key unique feature about us is that we treat our partner business as our own and we drive it with pride and sincerity. And that's also one of the key things that we look for in any partner, in any network, that we should have very good trust with each other. We build a friendship and that we can drive it with passion. So once again, we're very excited that we're part of the CLM family, and I hope to be meeting you guys in person and looking forward to driving the business with all the network partners within CLM. Thank you so much.
All right, now let's bring back Brian Teo to share a brief company introduction and add to what Philip has already shared with us.
Yeah, hi. Afternoon, everyone. Brian here, Freemart Logistics in Hotel. Can you all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, okay, good, thanks. Okay, I think basically the introduction was already mentioned by my boss, and nothing much on top of that. It's just that we're operating in the free zone in terms of SME based on our size compared to the giants inside this facility. And we are neutral. We only cater to normally overseas agents as well, or the ocean forwarders that require transloading facilities and with allotment that we are holding almost 20 over allotments. And maybe some starving and starving cross-border trucking, transshipment via into Batam or out from Batam and going to USA or Europe. Other than that, I think recent case due to port congestion, we have helped many customers for the ocean shipment that we unload and then ship via BUP, export to USA, Europe, and other regions as well. Yeah. So I hope any one of you guys there In the event you need to have any transshipment via Singapore, we are here for you. You can just send us any of your inquiries anytime. Yeah, that's about it.
All
All
right,
right,
thank you.
great. Thank you, Brian. All right, so now it's time for us to move on to our next segment, which is where we ask you a little personal questions. So, for the questions, why we do this is just to get to know each other a little bit better, so that we get a little more insight, and it's not just all like formal business talk with each other. So, we'll start with the first question with our three guests today. First question, how did you start your career in freight forwarding? So let's go to let's start with Rommel. How did you get your start in freight forwarding?
I started free forwarder exactly 23 years ago. I came from Nicaragua to US, and I was started working in the construction industry. And then I have a friend of mine from the church that they moved from Miami to Texas. And she told me, Rommel, listen, I'm moving from Miami to Texas, and I don't know if you're interested in work as a freight forwarder company. And I said, what's a freight forwarder company do? Oh, they do export, they do imports, they move cargo. And the owner of the company, she's from Nicaragua, like you. I said, okay, yeah, I don't want to be outside. I don't want to be in the construction anymore. And just request me interview with your owner. And okay, but you remember that they require at least 2 years of experience in freight forwarder, so import and export. So I didn't know anything about export, so I don't know anything about airplane, container, LCL, nothing about that. He said, don't worry, just tell her that I had 2 years experience. Are you sure? Oh yeah, I'm 100% sure. So I went to the interview, and I told the owner of that company, and it said, hey, listen, I work in freight forwarder, but in Nicaragua, not in US. And she told me, okay, I'm looking for someone because she's moving to Texas, and I'm looking for someone that take all the shipment that she had from Miami to Ecuador and Peru. I said, okay, no, that's not a problem. So they gave me the opportunity, and how I learned the freight forwarder and MVOCC was looking all the files that she left on the desk, how the airway bill looks, how the master bill of lading looks. And I learned by myself in 2 or 3 weeks. I started doing the shipping export declaration, the SED, the airway bill, house airway bill, master bill, all the house bill of lading. And now I'm 23 years doing that. I never studied like commercial exterior. I never do anything about freight forwarder, but I love freight forwarder. I move. So every time that we went to vacation anywhere, I look at container and said, that's my logistic.
Wow, that's a great story. That's a good way of kind of falling into it and then finding out that it's the best job ever, isn't it?
Yes, and in this industry, we specialize in heavy cargo, and that's something that I love too, because everyone, the most of the company, they like us to move like what I said, like a easy way, export shipment, just to go ahead and put the container to the shipper, load the container, they gonna load it, just do the paperwork and export. No, we want to handle the more complication. Okay, the heavy shipment to do the permit, bring the cargo to a warehouse, to the yard, bring to the port, to the port of loading, do all the permit that we need to transport the heavy equipment from point A to point B. So now, I mean, Florida Trade has 29 years. I'm 22 years in this industry, and obviously, Sabir Asada, who's the owner of the company, he's 30 years experience in freight forwarder, and we are freight forwarder and MBOCC.
Gotcha. All right. Thanks for sharing, Rommel. Let's ask the same question to Andrei. and Brian. Andre or Brian, would you like to chime in on how you guys got your starts in freight forwarding?
Yeah, who's the first one?
Go for it, Andre. You can go first.
Okay, but guys, look, I've started in this like 10 years ago. When I was finishing my high school, I decided to study for became a police officer, but my mother wasn't too agree with that because I was too young, and she told me to study a little bit more. So I've decided to get into international trade. I studied that, and when I finished my studies, I've got my first job in AFS, which was a quite big company locally, and I've started doing anything big, from customs to export, air export, sea export, LCL, FCL, import shipments. That was madness. I so I've learned a lot. That's a good thing. But I got a bit crazy and changed the company to Siva Logistics until now, until I've got this new opportunity in Movit as the branch manager, and I've decided to make the next step and go further into this career. So that's my brief story in freight forwarding.
All right, cool. No regrets not becoming a police officer, or
No, not at all, because this is quite interesting job. You learn new things every day. So no, really new.
All right, great.
Thanks.
Okay. Brian, how did you get your start in freight forwarding?
Okay, basically, I think it's quite simple. After I completed my national service, the first job application is a freight forwarding company, which is a Japanese firm, Cougar Express, doing car carrier, and eventually bought by Menlo, whereby I started as a BL clerk, okay, and to test what is it like being a freight forwarding, working in a freight forwarding company. And eventually, slowly move on to a bigger firm like Panalpina in the 90s, whereby they are still in a very small office in Singapore. And from there on, I think I get stuck. I try to change to other industry, but I don't think I'm able to get out until today. So from there, I progressed into various kind of logistics in terms of marine ship spare, onboarding, is what's that, sales in the shipping line, warehousing. So almost various roles I have been there, done that. And at least it's not so boring. It's interesting. Sometimes it's too interesting. Even you can go to custom office, being interviewed and stuff like this. So almost every day there's new things going on, whereby I don't think any other industry you can get to do that. Yeah.
That's right. Okay, great. Thank you so much for sharing that. Joanna, why don't you go ahead and take the lead on our second personal question?
All right, our second question is, what advice would you give to anyone who's about to start a career in freight forwarding? Does anyone want to answer first, or I'll call out someone? How about Andrei? Would you?
Yeah, Joanna, kindly can you repeat the question, please?
Okay. The question is, what advice would you give to anyone who's about to start a career in freight forwarding?
Yeah, a lot of patience at the beginning. You have to have a lot of patience because it's an interesting job, but at the same time it can be very, very difficult for a beginner. And it depends of the area where you are located, but especially air freight can become very stressful. So I think patience is the most acquired advice.
Love that. It's very good. And
Thanks.
how about Rommel? Would you have any advice to share?
Like Andrew said, patient. I mean, in this industry, if you don't like to work under pressure, but it's stressful. I mean, but I mean, if you like it, every day you learn something different. I mean, I'm 22 years in this industry, but every day there's something different. U.S. custom changing all the procedure every time. They have a new rule. They have this for import and export. So if you like the challenge, you say, I'm gonna do. I mean, we're located in Miami, so we have Port Everglades and Port of Miami. So we are like 25 minutes away from each port. And say, Miami, USA, and other countries, they export, they import. So if you want to be part of the logistic chain, this is the industry that you need. But if you don't like to work under pressure, this is not for you.
Mm. A lot of adrenaline involved as well, right?
Oh, yes.
That's great. And how about Brian? Share some of your advice with us.
I think most of the things that was mentioned, basically you got to, have the kind of right attitude towards the work and your passion in the work as well, in order to survive long in this logistic, and especially dealing with maybe internal staff, customers that are a bit, ridiculous. You eventually still got to have a way to speak to them and digest everything, and yeah, you got to be patient, have a lot of I would say. Eventually, I think it's quite stressful because from a normal body right now, I think taking the high blood pressure pills. So that shows that sometimes late night works are going on, and you got to find resolution or solution for things that's happening, and of course also with the internal stuff that you got to deal with them on the escalation part. So perseverance and endurance got to be there. Yeah.
All right. Those are all very good advices. And we do have one more question. So Don, could you ask the last question?
Sure thing. All right. So final question is, tell us something unique about yourself as a person, maybe something that nobody knows. I know something unique about Andrei is that he's was studying to be a police officer, but maybe there's something more interesting that we don't know about one of you guys, or about you guys. So let's start with you, Andrei. What's something unique about you?
Well, guys, I don't know. That's a really tough question because something unique about me. I don't know. Maybe I'm. I don't know what to say about that because it's quite a personal question and quite complicated.
It doesn't have to be, Andrei. It doesn't have to be.
Well, I think the
something
most
like what's
unique.
your favorite
I
book?
think the most unique is that I've changed my dream for become a police officer and becoming to this into this business industry.
I see. Well, okay,
it's quite different. There are quite different jobs.
Yeah, that's a unique point about you. So yeah, I guess we already covered that previously.
Yeah,
So
I think so.
thank you. Thanks, Andrei.
Thanks, guys.
How about you, Rommel? What's something unique about you as a person, not necessarily related to logistics?
One of the quality that I have is I'm a person that I like to give, not just in logistics, everything in my life is to give good service to anyone, help to anyone, because you don't know tomorrow where you're gonna be if you need a help from someone else. So at work, I want to give a good service. In personal, I want to be a good friend, good husband, good father, good son, and try to give always the best. Enjoy every day that you have that God is giving you, like if it is the last day that you're gonna be alive. So my unique is just be happy always. Give them the more positive to all the person that are around you, and bless all the person that are around you. So because there's nothing that happen without God giving you that opportunity.
That's excellent advice and words to live by. A great mantra, a man of service. Good job, Rommel. All right.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for sharing that. All right. And lastly, Brian, what's something unique about yourself?
Okay, I think I'm a very patient guy, and I always lend a listening ear. And whoever that approach me in terms of personal or in terms of work related, okay, even if I do not know, I will find my way out and my level best to get something out to help with whoever that requires the assistance. Yeah.
All right, great. Thank you for sharing that as well, Brian. All right, that pretty much wraps up our business and personal questions. So now, Joanna, if you can share with us some updates.
So now we'll share with you the updates and some reminders about our network. Combined Logistics Network, CLN, is one of the most established and dynamic freight forwarding networks in the world since 2002, providing a reliable and secure platform for a global partnership network of more than 320 independent international forwarders with a global focus on cargo solutions and still growing.
At CLN, we take things personally because we believe that networking together leads to better results. Logistics companies are not just about ships, planes, and trucks. The most important part is the people who run the show and the relationships and the friendships they build. So here's a picture of our most recent event in Da Nang, Vietnam. That's me on the bottom left over there. That was last March, co-located with Magenta Logistics Network, where we had 270 plus forwarders participating.
And get ready for our biggest CLN event happening on April 8th to 11th, 2025 at the beautiful Anantara Riverside Bangkok Resort in Thailand. This is your opportunity to elevate your business by connecting with 350 to 400 freight forwarders from around the world. And that's not all. This event will be co-located with our other networks, Magenta, the Women Logistics Network, and North Star, the FCL Forwarders Network, giving you even more chances to expand your business connections. So register now at www.combinedlogisticsnetwork.com/conference 2025 and take advantage of our early bird rate, available for the first 150 registrants. Don't miss out.
Once you become a member of the network, your company will be announced and promoted as part of a global network to all our members and global database of freight forwarders to further promote business amongst the network. You will then be added to our network agency list where you can identify the payment habits of our other members. And lastly, you will have access to our new RWCLN intranet. If you haven't received your login details, please send an email to intranet@combinedlogisticsnetworks.com.
And thank you very much for contributing to CLN's new member introduction virtual event, Andrei, Rommel, and Brian. We really appreciate you making time for us, and we would like to thank everyone that attended today's event. I hope that you had a great time.
And for those of you who are already interested in being a member now, or if you have any questions, you may drop your email address here in the chat box, and our team will happily get in touch with you. We've also left you a poll, so if you could please take a minute to fill it up, it'll be very helpful for us to improve our virtual events moving forward.
And once again, thank you all and have a beautiful day, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.